There are times in the garden when we put off doing things like this project that our pond disappeared pretty much completely through the vines so that we can bring them back to the beauty that we know that they can be. And this video this week is all about putting your best foot forward, getting past the procrastination or looking at brighter things and getting the job done. Well, hello, my friends. As I shared in the intro, we all have projects that for one reason or another, especially out here in the garden, that we may not want to get to, right? It's not as glamorous as planting new things or some of the other projects that we've got going on. This happens to be the one thing we've been putting off. Now, whether it be because I've asked Ed to help me with it and our schedules just haven't been matching up, or the fact that I get a little freaked out because sometimes we have gardener snakes that like to hang out in this area, that while I'm getting braver about them, they still freak me out when I see them, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to get my sunscreen on. I am going to put my hair up because it's kind of hot out here today. And I got plenty of water here, and I am going to make this happen. Now, the one thing I want to share with you is I got all my hoary and all my tools here that I'll need, clippers, etc. Is one of the things that's driving me is the fact that I actually have my Japanese iris over here that I couldn't even see them because I just realized they were blooming yesterday. But there's this. This is, I looked it up on my phone. And if you've never looked up a plant on your phone, if you take a picture of something, these are iPhone. I don't know about Android, but I know on the iPhone you can do this. And you swipe up, it'll tell you the name of the plant. Also, you can do that for bugs as well. Anyway, I looked this up, and it's a hawthorn. Now, I thought, well, hawthorn, is that good? So looked into the hawthorn. It's a bush / tree. It can grow up to 50 feet tall, which really wouldn't work out good. And this, again, was a volunteer. It just came into the pond area, as some things do. And I guess a lot of milkweed over there, which I will probably keep the milkweed because I do like it for the butterflies. But this, the hawthorn, in its description, it said that it has thorns. Thorns, not my favorite thing. And sure enough, we looked on it, there is thorns on this bush. So this is coming out. So slowly but surely, I'm going to take on this task today and come along with me and let's get her done. All right, I have paused the camera for a moment because I wanted to show you something, and not necessarily Luna taking her afternoon nap. Yeah, I see you, girlfriend. All right. So I was clipping away, and I came across, I've been cutting back on the irises because they are done for the season, and so much. I mean, this is my third 5-gallon container, but I came across these bugs. And I have learned along my way to stop and pay attention to bugs. I don't know if you can see them. They're called Harlequins, is what my bug lookup is telling me. It's getting a little windy. They are part of the beetle family. And what I learned with when I ignored Japanese beetles, that was not a good idea. So I'm going to do a little research about Harlequin beetles. There have been ladybugs because this particular bush got covered with aphids when it was starting to flower. I don't even know what this bush is called because we've had it in this bed for so many years. I usually will cut it all the way back and then it comes back. It's fairly nice looking bush as a backdrop to the pond, but right now it's going to get cut back. I've seen ladybugs, but these are the first I've seen these bugs. And this is another reason why you really want to cut stuff back because you don't know pond is looking better already, don't you think? You just don't know what bugs are in there, what can get in there. We also have grasshopper issues, and I have yet to see a Japanese beetle, but that doesn't mean it ain't going to happen. So I got to be ready for it. So I'm going to, well, first of all, I'm going to go have some lunch. I'm going to cool down a little bit, get more water, and I will be back. All right, well, I have stopped the camera again because I wanted to show you something. I did fill up the pond. The cool water coming into the pond seemed refreshing as I did it. What I wanted to show you, I'm kind of on the back side now. I'm looking towards the patio that way. I still have all this to do. It just goes on. We have these creeping vines, and be careful where you place your creeping vines. But this one, what I wanted to show you, it has powdery mildew on it. Now, I didn't see, none of the ones that I took out of there had any on it, but these, because they're in the shade I'm actually under the deck here of my office. And so there's, right up against the house here, it gets a lot of shade. And so powdery mildew, and what I will tell you about powdery mildew, the only thing that I have found to cure powdery mildew, and I've tried a lot of things, again, nothing chemical, because I keep my garden and yard organic, is just to pull them out, right? Just get rid of the leaves because you can't get it off of them. And you can see there's also been something eating at, let's see if I can get that focused in, something eating at the leaves. So just get rid of them. I mean, that's why I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff, because it can always come back new. So that is what's happening under the deck right now. I've got all this to clean up. Keeping the irises, I'm not going to, the irises, because they are just starting to bloom. Hopefully I can get more of them to bloom. And yeah, so back to it I go. Well, my friend, a new day has dawned. To be really honest with you, let's see if I can get that sunrise coming up there this morning. Absolutely beautiful. To be perfectly honest with you, I was so tired yesterday when I finished up this project that I had no no oomph left to finish. So I thought I would just come and show you the finished product here this morning. It really was a lot of work, as sometimes gardening is, right? It can really be a backbreaker, and I wanted to get this done. Sometimes we do it in step by step, day by day, do this over a course of a few days, but Ed and I wanted to get up in the mountains today, and I wanted to really get this done for the health of this area. I found a lot of, as I shared, bugs that weren't so great. I really had to annihilate a few things like that bush right over there. And, and to be clear, I wanted to clear out the bearded irises. They were absolutely beautiful this year. And, but they're done. They're spent, and their leaves, as you can still see over in that bed, which I'll have to get to in the days ahead to clear that out so that the hollyhocks, which are starting to flower right there, can have their space and glory. But the leaves take up a lot of space, and they'll start to die back here in just a couple of weeks all on their own. So I find that it's better to do that myself and just get them on their way so that there is room for others, like the Japanese iris. Let me close up on that. That is coming up right now. There's a couple of them there. So that is what I wanted to share with you here this morning. And it's hard work being a gardener, without a doubt. And it's when we put our efforts into it that these are the rewards that we get. And I hope that you have a project that you've been putting off, that maybe this might inspire you to just go get her done and enjoy the fruits of your labors. Until next week, my friends, take really good care, and remember, right, Lou? Onward we grow. Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.